What's going on, guys? Today we had a really good day trading the Nasdaq again. We ended up making $30,000. I'm going to be going over my two trades that I took and help you guys understand my thinking, my bias, and my execution. If you guys are new here, my name is Ivan. I like to recap the market, the trades that I take, and my way of viewing the market. I look at it differently than everybody else, and if you guys just want to see more videos, more of my videos, where I'm going over the trades that I'm taking, where I'm going over the concepts that I'm using, then just check out my channel. I actually have a YouTube bootcamp where I made a little bit over 5 hours, 6 hours of content, posted it onto YouTube, and it's my entire strategy from A to Z. So if you guys want to learn more about some of the concepts that I'm using, I suggest that you guys go and check it out. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to begin at 7:30 p.m. yesterday. This is when I got onto the charts, and this is what I was looking at. The first thing that I am seeing here is that we are selling off. I can see that we are clearly dropping, and chances are that we are probably going to come down and make a new low here. This being said, I need to figure out where the actual bottom is going to be. To find that, I'm going to have to look at the top. I'm going to be looking at the top of New York PM, and if I take a look at the 1 minute here, I'm going to see that there's a very clean manipulation that I can take. If you guys don't know what a manipulation is, I would suggest watching the How to Fib video. It's right up there. But a manipulation, in simple terms, is a sweep of the high and a break of the low, or a sweep of the low and a break of the high. What does this mean? So if the market's moving like this and it makes a high, a manipulation is a sweep of the high, meaning we sweep the high, and a break of the low, meaning we break past that low again. The manipulation would then be drawn like this, backwards. So because we take a look up here, we can see that we've got that exact move, and we are going to take it from this high down until this body candle low. Just like so. This ends up giving us -2.5, which is below New York PM, and it ends up giving us -4, which is below this entire low from this pullback. Looking at this, I'm going to assume that we are going to fall down to -4, but I need to find out where there are more targets. So I've already fibbed the top here. Let me see if I can fib the top here. Over here, I can see that we've got this manipulation as well. I can see that we have swept out these highs and we have broke through this low. So I'm going to take this manipulation and I'm going to take it from this wick high. I'm going to take it down to this body candle low. A manipulation is drawn from the wick to the body, not to the wick, to the body. This ends up giving me -1, -2.5, and -4. -4 is actually pretty close to this -4. So what I'm going to do is something I like to call the box method. When I have two fibs that are very close to each other, whether it's -2.5, -4, or -1, if any one of those three levels is corresponding with another one, I'm going to draw a box between the two. It's going to look like this. I have -4 here at 946. I'm going to draw it from 946, and I'm going to draw it up to 953. This is my area where I would like to see longs play out of, and where I would be willing to take buys. So because I understand that this is going to be the bottom, I understand that we are going to sell off here. And I am just waiting, right? I'm waiting until 8 o'clock. Now, here is where stuff starts happening. Off of 8 o'clock, we can see that the market starts to sell off. We start to drop, and we end up dropping down to this -4. Now, this -4 ends up giving us that reaction, and I ended up entering on the next candle here. This was my trade. I ended up entering here. I have my 50 tick stop loss, and I ended up holding this trade up until this high. This was my trade. This was where my take profit was set, and I ended up holding this. Now, when it ended up coming all the way up here, I ended up canceling my limit. This is because I saw that we had come up here, and what I'm expecting is a breakout of this high. I'm expecting for us to break through this high and just get a quick pump up, maybe an extra 20, 30 points. I was in with 3 minis here, so it was a pretty big trade. So what I did was I canceled my limit, and I was going to manually close. And I ended up closing at 140 flat. And it was like this. We broke through the high, I'm waiting for the follow through, and then we get it. But right as I sold it at 140, it went up an additional like 40 points right after. This is what I really wanted. I wanted to catch this move. You know, but I ended up missing out on it, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. I still ended up catching 170 points. Awesome trade. It makes perfect sense. I am pretty happy that I took it, and it got me approved for payouts on 2 sets of my accounts, and I ended up passing more evals and just making $4,000 on every single account that I have. So that's pretty cool, or at least on Alpha Futures and on Lucid. This was the trade that ended up playing out, and it ended up going all the way up to New York PM. Beautiful. And that was it. I was done after I ended up closing this trade. So now we get off the charts and we get back on this morning at 7:45. At 7:45, when we look at the market, we can see that Asia session moved up. We can see that London session consolidated because this is where London opened at, 057. This is where it closed at, 038. Because London consolidated, I am just trying to see which session gets taken first. For me, to figure out the bias is simple. I need to see, does London high get taken first or does London low get taken first? If London low gets taken first, chances are that I'm probably going to be bullish. If London high gets taken first, then chances are that I'm probably going to be bearish. So that being said, we can see that we essentially just got like a move down, move down. We got a move up in London, or after London, and we are coming up to take out London high. A few candles later, we have taken out London high. Now I'm going to be bearish. I would expect the market to sell off and come down to London low. So to figure out where the top is going to be, I'm going to have to start working from the bottom once again. So I'm going to take a look over here in London session. This is London low here. I'm going to take this fib. I can see that this ends up getting run through. It actually plays out for a little bit, but only enough for a break even. Now, because this doesn't give me anything clean, I'm going to start over here. This is the new next low. I'm going to take this fib from the low. I'm going to take it up to this wick high. This ends up giving me -2.5 and -4. -4 is right here. -4 is at 0.95. I'm saying this because a few candles later, we ended up rejecting right after. And -4 is at 0.94. Remember, assuming that this is the top, we can take longs up there. So what would I like to see? Inside of my bias video, which I send out to my Discord server every day, what I said I wanted to see was initially a pullback. Right as we got onto the charts, I was bearish. Then I was bullish. Then I was bearish. Now, first, I'm bearish. Why am I bearish? Because up here we formed a manipulation once again. Today's lesson is manipulations. So we got a sweep of this high. We ended up breaking through this low, so I'm going to take this wick to this body. I have that. It gives me my targets. Now, unfortunately, my targets end up getting missed here. And because they get missed, I don't end up taking the longs. Because I only have this -4 here, I also don't end up taking these shorts. I come down here, I start looking for more fibs to tell me this is where we're going to go to and reverse from. I take this low, I take it up to this high. I can see that market pulled back here, held this OTE pretty good. This ends up giving me -4 at 103. Now, if we take a look at the time that we're currently at, we'll see that we're at 8:07. Today at 8:30, we also had news. So I was not confident enough to take these shorts here. I wanted to wait for news. I wanted to see what news did and go on from there. So I ended up preventing this, right? And we ended up getting these news. News ended up ripping up to London High. Now, here's one thing about me. I'm not going to flip my bias. Because London High was taken first, I'm still going to be bearish. I'm bearish because we have bullish fibs at the bottom telling me we should reject somewhere. It doesn't matter to me if we take Asia High or not. Even though we took Asia High here, this is fine, okay? But right now, it is very clearly bullish. So what I ended up doing here was, on this pullback, we ended up getting this green candle. On this green candle, I ended up buying the bid on the next candle, and I ended up taking this all the way up. And actually, the crazy part about this trade is that this was on evals because I had already won previously last night. I didn't need to make more money. I was pretty happy being up $4,000 on one trade. And if I was to trade, I would probably lose it. It's probably smarter to take it because I'm only one step closer to a payout, and why would I jeopardize my balance? So I ended up taking this on evals. Now, the thing is, I needed to make 4,500 because I needed to make one half of the profit target. I was only in with 2 minis, so I needed to get over 100 points. And unfortunately, this thing ran the 50 points. If I was going for my 1 to 4, it hit. That's awesome. But my 100 points, my 125 points, it did not hit. So this thing ended up coming right back down. And right as it took me out, right here in this moment, this is when I said, I think we can reject here. Why? Well, I don't necessarily have a fib here, but what we did do was we took out this data high, okay? We got a sweep of the high, and I pre-fired this manipulation. What do I mean by pre-fire? I drew it before we broke through the low. So in my live trading call, I'm saying, okay, I have this. I would like to see this play out. This is going to give us our target. So now we should extend all the way down to here. -2.5, -4. We should go all the way down here. This is because we have formed this fib. Once we break through this low, this is confirmed, and we are going to go here. So take a look. The first thing I want to show you is I'm going to fib this high down until this low. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the best entry criteria that you guys can use. I've talked about this in a few previous videos, but I'm going to go over it again this video. The best thing that you can do to enter, assuming that you have a level, when price comes down and price hits this level, it forms the first fib. The first fib you are waiting for to come back to 0.618, or 0.5, sorry. Once 0.5 here gets hit, the second fib forms, and you are going to take it from this low up until wherever it forms the next high. Once it forms the next high, you are then going to limit and enter at 0.618. We've talked about this in a few different videos. If you guys don't remember, go back a few videos and start watching them. You will find this concept. So, level gets hit. This can be -2.5. This can be -4. It can be anything, right? So once it gets hit, first leg 0.5 holds, second leg 0.618 holds. That's your trade. So now we're going to go back and we're going to look at what happened. Taking a closer look. All right, we might not be able to see it right now, but what we can see is this high down until this low. We pulled back to 0.5 here. Let's look at a cleaner fib. 30-second. We have the high down until this low. We pulled back to this 0.5. Perfect. So now I can start fibbing from this low, and I'm going to take it from this high down until this low. Boom. First fib, hit 0.5. Second fib, hit 0.618. It's all respecting. It's respecting bearish price action right now. This is where I ended up entering. After this rejected from 0.618, I fibbed this high down until this low, and I ended up entering right here. And it was honestly chopping around here for a while, but I ended up smacking here. and getting the 4,500. Beautiful trade. So that played, and then also, this is what's awesome, market open, and market open ended up following through even more. I know a few people in the Discord server that ended up taking these shorts off of True Day Open, this dashed line right here. Very clean. But overall, that was my day. I ended up taking these longs last night. I ended up taking these longs this morning. Got break evened. After I got break evened, I realized, shit, okay, I got a little bit too greedy. This is the top. I'm still bearish. And saw the first range form, respect. Second range form, respect. Third range form, and that's where I got my entry. And that's how I was able to make the cash. So that's my explanation for today. I hope you guys were able to learn something. If you did, like the video, like it, subscribe. If you guys want to join the Discord server, the link for that is in the description of this video. Other than that, that's it. Thank you boys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.